To be a great community, you need people that are not in it for themselves. You need people that are not only servant-minded, but are really like servant leaders. They're that couple, and they're a legacy, they're a treasure.
Bruce gave us early leadership in building a great downtown for our city, and we have built on that. But he's established kind of a legacy for building a great downtown.
Elizabeth has built an incredible team of public relations professionals, and they all share the same strengths and the same values that have led to Elizabeth's success. Since my first day at St. David's Healthcare, I've had the privilege of working with Elizabeth and her team, and I can't imagine doing my job without them.
I think Elizabeth grew up with an admonition that was pervasive in the Johnson extended family, which is, I'm not interested in how it can be done. I already know how it can't be done. I'm interested in how it can be done. And that can-do admonition that was so very much a part of Lady Bird and Lyndon Johnson is something that I think is just runs in Elizabeth Christian's veins.
I think in order to define what makes Bruce Todd really special, you have to consider what he's done. And being in politics is an interesting challenge, because the better job you do, the more people on both sides are going to be mad at you. And Bruce did such a fantastic job that he had people on both sides mad at him, but he's such a fantastic human being that they all loved him.
They really did everything as a friend. I mean, I remember Bruce stood with me on election day in front of one of the polling places with a sign as voters were coming in to vote at that location. And the weather was cold and it was wet and dreary, and he just, you know, it was just wonderful. I mean, that's such a friendship, and that's something that he doesn't have to do. And Elizabeth was the same way. They always offered more than I would ask for.
Bruce Todd is a very close friend of mine. We grew up in a small North Texas town together. Bruce is one of those big-hearted, great people that is just dedicated to the service of others, and he's made a career out of that, and he has been a great friend to so many people, and had been such a great influence in Austin that his mark is here and probably will always be forever.
When you're around Bruce and Elizabeth, you understand that they have a purposeful life. I remember coming to Austin after Bruce's notorious bike injury, and I was at Brackenridge, and Elizabeth had brought in a camera crew to do a public service spot on the importance of bike helmets, which has been a passion for Bruce and Elizabeth. To take a difficult circumstance and turn that into an opportunity to educate and do good is really a signature event for that couple.
Elizabeth epitomizes the Proverbs 31 woman. She's wise and virtuous. She lives life with great purpose and diligence. She's strong, she's dignified, multi-talented, and extremely caring.
For the last, I think, almost 10 years, she has been a very valuable trustee for Austin Presbyterian Theological Seminary. Just imagine, knowing her and her skill set, what that means to the seminary.
I think it's intrinsically tied to almost every decision and movement I made in my life. To have such a strong role model who's been able to advise me on my careers, advise me on bad decisions I make with boys. She's the pinnacle of a woman, and I think she is, to me, she's shaped what I view as the portrait of a woman in a lot of ways.
get to see Elizabeth and Bruce every day in the office. I think that says something about their marriage and their relationship, that they can work so close together and still get along as fabulously as they do. They both walk around the office every day when they get there to say hi and see how everyone's doing. I think that's pretty neat. And the other thing is, they're both remarkably positive people. They always are glass half full and smiling, and they always have time for you no matter what. Their doors are literally and figuratively always open. Congratulations, Elizabeth and Bruce. I can't think of anyone more deserving of this honor. I love you, and I'm just so thankful to have you in my life.
Thank you. You guys are so incredible.
Elizabeth and Bruce, I'm just grateful to be your friend.
You are an amazing person that I have been so fortunate to know my entire life.
Thanks, Mom. Congratulations on this honor to you and Bruce.
You know, they should name it after you, because you are excellence and you are a great leader.
I want to just applaud you from the bottom of my heart for providing for generations of Johnsons, but far more importantly, for generations of people from this part of God's world, that servant leadership that makes us all want to give a little more.